I was a male stripper for a bit. My opinion, it's all types for all reasons. Passing judgment on folks generally just makes you less approachable. There are good folks who like grating naked people, but are socially awkward and have lots of money. Creepy is still creepy. Considerate is still considerate. Only difference is in not wearing pants. Throw away for obvious reasons. My 2 cents is that if someone wants a good time with a stripper, just be really respectful of boundaries and remember that they are working. I'm going through a bit of a rough time personally lately and was at a bachelor party recently. I'm not really a lap dance guy, but one seemed really nice and I've been needing a little closeness, so I threw caution to the wind and threw down a few hundred to spend some time in the VIP room. We chatted a bunch. Before she got started, I made sure to ask if everything was okay before proceeding to touch anything, and I said that I just wanted to pay ahead of time and enjoy the fantasy of feeling special and wanted. After my time was up, we cuddled and talked for maybe another 30 minutes. She was legit very nice, and even though I know she was just doing her job, she had a great personality and made me feel special. At the end of the day, I think I was just very respectful, helped define and observed our boundaries, and I was clear with what I needed. Some personal intimacy, even if it was just a fantasy. Maybe this all sounds sad and makes me a loser, but I got what I needed out of that visit. Not every customer there is just looking to grab boobs and grind on you. Some are just sad men that need to feel wanted. When I was leaving, she grabbed me for a hug before I went and told me her real name and her other job, fitness instructor. She invited me out to take some classes with her, though being clear that she didn't want anything non-platonic, which is fine by me. You get your share of creeps, but mostly where I worked a long time ago, a lot of young groups of guys just looking for a good time. Every once in a while you have someone who has too good of a time and gets rowdy and acts like an idiot. Granted, I only work 2 to 3 nights a week. People who dance full time, especially during the day, have a whole different kind of crowd to deal with, but customers are generally all the same, just looking for something to distract them from life for a while. Feels like a lifetime ago that I danced. My husband and I go together now every once in a while to get a private dance for a while, and it's way more fun being on the other side. I'm in the UK and I don't know the laws, but I assume there's no touching rules. When I was 19, I got coerced into a strip club lap dance by uni friends on a night out. I wasn't sexually inexperienced, but I'm very shy / nervous and always being told I come across as gentle like this. The girl seemed very mechanical when she led me to the booth, and I was nervous and embarrassed tbh, but also sort of excited because it was illicit. She loosened up as soon as we were alone, and I think she realized how much of a bumbling, nervous idiot I am. She totally shocked me at the end by rubbing against my crotch and basically dry humping me. I didn't respond, just let her do it, then straddling me pretty much full on and placing my hands on her boobs for a few seconds. Then it was over, and I was outside being teased by all my mates. I have no idea if this is normal and what everyone gets at a lap dance. It probably is, but I was just expecting her to lightly dance on me, and I was practically glued down trying not to accidentally touch her till she did it for me. Generally depends on what kind of customer that person is really. The best kind is a dude who understands that it is all a game. They tip well, they are sociable and polite, may even be regulars with certain girls, and are never a problem. The entire club staff loves guys like this. The ones that the dancers hate. The "I don't pay for dances" guy who thinks that line will somehow make him desirable for dancers. Captain Save-A-Ho. His trademark line goes something like, "You are too beautiful, smart, amazing to be doing this. If you get with me, you can leave this behind." The pimps that go around asking the girls if they want to make some real money are real pieces of shit as well. Then there was the ones that I really had a personal dislike for. The dudes who would try and wait in the parking lot at the end of the night because Cinnamon and I really had a connection, you know? She told me to wait for her. No, she didn't, buddy. If Cinnamon told you that, she did so knowing that I would be kicking everybody out of the parking lot before the dancers left for the evening. The strip club industry is a weird place. Ex-stripper here. Of course I encountered all different types, but I'm here to mention one type in particular, my favorite. There were a lot of customers who were lonely or didn't have anyone to talk to who would really listen to them. They figured out that they could come in and pay for company. I would sit at the table with one of my regulars for a few hours and just talk. I made a point of showing that I valued them as a person and was genuinely interested in their conversation. He knew that he was taking up my time and every so often would hand me another bill. I didn't pity them. I respected them for figuring out a way to engage with other humans and satisfy their need for connection. Depends on the person. I've had stalkers follow me home, creeps who tried to get violent with me at work, people who pissed me off. I've also met some really wonderful people I'm fine with calling my friends. I just had a baby and invited 2 ex-customers to my baby shower in June. Edit. Holy cow, this is my highest rated comment ever. Thanks for all of the well wishes and replies, everyone. You all brightened up my afternoon. Ex-stripper here. Most of them were cool. We had one old guy named Cummer Steve that would get dances from the new girls and whip his dick out and jizz in their hair. He always had $300 in his wallet that he would hand over before they made him leave. Occasionally a douchebag would come in, but they got handled pretty quickly. I once had a guy hold up a $5 bill and ask what he could get for that. I cheerfully snatched it out of his hand and told him that he could watch my ass as I walked away. **EDITED for more context, as some people are super riled up about the $5. This guy grabbed my ass as I walked by. I suspect it wasn't the first time he'd done it. I shoved his hand away from my body and told him that if he wanted a dance, they started at $10. He then held up the $5 and asked what he could get for that. His options at that point were pretty much get punched in the dick by someone, curb stomped on his way out by the guys at the door, or lose $5. I think his friends were relieved as he had been a total asshole all night and he behaved himself after that and no one got kicked out. Strippers for bucks parties or strippers in clubs? Strippers at bucks parties don't usually hang around long enough, 20-30 minute maximum, so interaction with guys is limited to just during the show. You mainly hear guys in clubs more so want to chat because they are either lonely, like the attention briefly, or become regulars and make friends with the girls. What strippers really think is about the money. At every job you go to there is always the same personalities, they just look different. You have the arrogant guy, the nice guy, the shy guy, the funny insecure guy, the drug addict, the alcoholic, the drunk touchy guy, the guy who thinks is super good looking and you should want him, the narcissist. It's more so about the different roles a stripper can take on when working for all of the above guys. Counselor, best friend, cleaning lady for when he spills his drink, the comedian to make them laugh, security guard for other girls, the dominatrix because they want to be playfully hurt in some way. The list goes on. The more time you spend stripping, the more you learn about social psychology. I used to have a girlfriend who was a stripper, and sometimes I'd visit her at work and hang out with her and her co-worker buddies when it was slow. One time when we were doing this, another stripper sat down with us and said, "Cool, I just got 10 straight lap dances with Bob." I asked, "Which one is Bob?" No one said anything. Then one of the girls giggled. My girlfriend said, Jeremy, they're all Bob. It just depends on how they behave. Wanting to have a good time and be around nice, pretty girls and see some tittles is perfectly normal to me. What makes me not like them is when they don't understand what I'm there for. Customers who understand that I'm providing a fantasy experience in exchange for money are the best. I don't mind if they want to flirt, talk dirty, or squeeze as long as they stay respectful/playful and are paying me accordingly. Customers who think they can do or say whatever they want to me without tipping, or because they threw a couple ones at me, are the ones I don't like. And the customers who think just because they are giving me money I no longer have boundaries. If you're not tipping, or only tipping a little, don't try to grab me when I walk by, don't make nasty comments to me, don't sit at the stage and stare all night and only tip $1. And even if you are spending money on me, there are things that I'm and am not okay with you doing, which I will happily explain if you ask, before you try it. And don't waste our time. We are there to make money, so if a dancer sits and starts talking to you, and you're not planning to get a dance, tell her that. Just give her a couple dollars for the conversation and politely say you're not interested. Don't let us sit there trying to hustle you. If you know you're broke. When customers are respectful and having fun, I have fun. When they're gross, rude or broke, I don't. Make sure to like and subscribe so we can watch together.